With the Ohio River and the hills of Kentucky just to our right, we welcome you into Paycor Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. Today, it is the opener of the 2024 NFL season, as it'll be the Indianapolis Colts taking on the Cincinnati Bengals. 22 men ready to do battle. It's time to dance. And we are underway from Cincinnati. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. On the game's first play, second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Here's Richardson to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bengals will take over here, 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball on the 39. Here's 2nd down and 3. Burrow now off the bootleg. That one taken in by T. Higgins. A big change in field position there. That's 40 yards on the catch and run. Now Burrow changing the look. That ball is caught. Marquez Valdes-Scantling. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Bengals on a roll now. It's another 1st down. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting this drive? I'm talking about the coaching staff, right? They've been thinking about this for a while now, and I think they're executing it even better than what they expected.
2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. Mixon again. But he will lose yardage here as they knock him back to the 3. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
This has not been a fun sequence for him at all. 1st and goal, no gain. 2nd and goal, he ends up losing yardage. He may be trying to talk him into getting the ball 3rd time, but I think it's going to be difficult for him to win that battle.
Check 31, check 31.
3rd and goal, Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals. Marquez Valdez-Scantling from 3 yards out. And the Bengals are on the board here first in the season opener. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. Richardson looking to throw this. This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here. 1st and 10.
Now, how about this throw right here? Had to throw it to the left sideline, and you know the timing's got to be correct on this one. Ball's got to be right where it needs to be, and it was. That's because he had great arm strength on that one, able to drive the football. Quarterbacks love it when they can show off their arms.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll run it on the toss. Able to fight through one tackle. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
1st and 10. Here's Richardson with it. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Bengals will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from Cincinnati. It's the Bengals with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. it's Burrow. Looking deep here for Chase. Touchdown. Jamar Chase, 37 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Well, it's only week 1, CD, but right now this offense, they look in mid-season form.
And what we're seeing is the benefits of all their dedication in the offseason, OTAs.
And it's blocked. The Colts have it. But he doesn't get far. They're able to stop him. And after all that, the extra point attempt unsuccessful.
I remember when they changed the rule, and there's a lot of consternation, especially coming from the kickers. Okay, how's this going to affect things, having to kick a longer one now, much more of a field goal attempt, and the defensive guys saw it as an opportunity to get more block.
That's exactly right. There's more effort now. Before, when it was snapped down near the goal line, you would basically see guys just stand there.
Yeah, not anymore. Now, those guys are going after it because not only can they knock it away and change a little bit of momentum,
and get 2 points.
They can pick it up and take it back for 2 points.
The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, some guys, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Second down and 6 now. And they'll go to the air now with Richardson. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Richardson. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson. And the Bengals will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Looking deep here for Chase. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Bengals are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Zach Taylor's made the decision. They'll go for 2 here. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. 1st and 10, it's Richardson. That is caught. Michael Pittman with it. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 34 yards to gain that time. Another first down.
So often when we're watching a football game, we see one with a lot of ebbs and flows, and this one is no different. And sometimes you just need a big play to wake you up a bit. And they get one right there. That shot of caffeine this offense was looking for.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled them up throughout the game, because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 2nd down, it's Richardson to throw it. Throw left side taken in by Palmer. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. First and 10, Richardson looks to throw it. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. Touchdown, Colts! From 10 yards out. And the Colts are able to cut into that deficit. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And they're able to cut the deficit to 12. After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score.
Jamar Chase
on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns.
And the Bengals add 6 to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And that will make this a 19-point game. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
Taking it about the 1. And he returns this to the 22.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw. Here's Richardson. That's taken in by Palmer. And out across midfield down to the 45. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
Now that certainly solidifies how to attack this 2-minute drill right before the half. I don't think they were going to try and run out the clock, but now after that big play, their thoughts are certainly of trying to score and get some points before the half.
The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Now 2nd and 5. Richardson. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Now Burrow changing things up here. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Kenny Moore. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. There, Richardson back to throw it. Buying time to his left. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11th.
They asked him to take charge and get them to a spot where they could at least attempt a kick before the half, and he does just that. Didn't trust what he saw downfield, so he took it upon himself to get them into field goal range using his legs. That's coming through with a play they needed in a big spot.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Richardson looking to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Now it's Richardson. Forced out to his left. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well.
The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
Looking at it from the defense's perspective, they could have really used the football to try to start eating into this deficit.
Yeah, because now possession's so crucial at this stage of the game. And when you've got an opportunity to hop on a turnover and you don't get it, you can feel the frustration all the way up here.
And the offense